G'day folks and welcome to round 5 of the 2020 All Sports Physiotherapy Hospital Challenge Cup. We're here at Skyfleet Stadium, aka the Kennel, the home of the West Bulldogs, as they go toe-to-toe with brothers in our Queensland Premier Rugby match of the round. While the Brethren have posted 2 wins at home this season, West are yet to claim their first victory, and they'll be champing at the bit to try and change their fortunes this afternoon. Now remember folks, Queensland Rugby are proudly bringing you all 4 matches streamed live and free via Reds Rugby website. My name is Jay Bohr-Staunton, and joining me in commentary today we have Brothers Stalwart, Mitch Felsman, and QPR commentator and Pillar to Post podcast regular Hamish Barton. How are we doing, lads?
Good to be here, mate. Looking forward to this afternoon. It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be an absolute ripper. Now, we'll start with you, Fels. I want to ask you, there's a few former Brothers players lining up opposite their old club today, as well as head coach Carl Marshall. I think it's safe to assume, and I want to get your thoughts on this, that they're going to be right up for this one against their old club.
Yeah, absolutely. Carl obviously spent about 9 years, I think, over at Crosby Road with us. He had a break last year. It's good to see him back coaching, and he's made his way back to his home ground, his original home ground, along with the Skelton boys. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely massive, and it's a big one for Carl here today. But Hamish, this is a new look West outfit. I want to know in particular who you're excited to see out here today for the Doggies.
I'm really looking forward to see how Shea Lalungavesi is coming back into the team on the wing there. So he's come back from Ireland, had a little stint over there, and I'm just looking to see how much attack he can add to this team and sort of give them a little bit more X factor, sort of attacking the line at Brothers, which were doing really well last week. So it's going to be a nice little match up there in the back line, and also the Skelton brothers. We're really looking forward to seeing them out there.
That's going to be absolutely red hot. And Fells, it's no secret that the Brothers have been victim of their own success with so many players progressing through to that Reds bubble. How do you think the club is bouncing back with so many new faces in their first grade side?
Mate, they have plenty of boys heading through to the Reds squad this year, which is fantastic to see off a successful 2019. And in turn, the strong Colts program is showing its true colours. We've had Nate Carroll and Huddy Crichton both having their Premier Grade debut last week, and Huddy getting a double, Nate scoring one as well. There's some really exciting young talent, those boys.
Yeah, that
was it that big cutout from Hud? Was that him?
That was Liam Richmond through that triple cutout.
Yeah.
I know you absolutely frothed that one, Hamish.
Oh.
It was absolutely red hot. But now, as always, we got to give a very special mention to the sponsors who support club and grassroots rugby. In particular, West major sponsor Metal Constructions and Brothers major sponsors Ray White, Ascot and Gouldson Legal. Now we're going to run through the team lists just before the sides take to the field, and we'll start with the home side. Starting with the Doggies, you've got Liam Usher at loosehead prop, partnering up with Gavin Luca to the former Bond University prop there at tight head, and then Bronson Fortuali'i Tau Akapulu at hooker. In the second row, Rob Puliovea in his starting debut here today, Cal Smith in the back row, red hot Jeremiah Skelton partnering up with Connor Anderson and Tyrone Pritchard. In the halves, Jacob Carmichael and the superstar, the new Melbourne Rebel, fly half Carter Gordon. On the wings, your man himself, Bardo, Shea Lalungavesi and Ben Navo Sailungi. In the centres, Freddie Keel and the new man, the youngster, Lorenzo Skelton. And at fullback, you've got Cooper Whiteside, coached by former Brothers premiership winning coach Carl Marshall. Now running us through that Brothers outfit. Take us away, Felsman.
We got Matt Murphy, Matt Fessler and Big Mikey Palmer in the front row. Alex Perez and Kappa in the second row. Michael Wood coming back from injury. He had his first game back last week. He made a good impact at 6 with Noah Buck Nielsen at 7. Dylan Waihongi at 8, former West player, so that'll be interesting today. Isaac Tarabay at 9. Rowan Saifaloy at 10. Nate Carroll on one wing with Sammy Hine on the other. And Paddy Stixie James and Huddy Crichton in the centres with Liam Richmond at fullback. Yeah,
and you can see there, coached by Anthony Matheson himself, a premiership winning coach out at the Gallop, as we saw a couple of years ago. So both sides coached by absolutely fantastic operators of the game at 2 new clubs now. Their actual respective clubs, you'd have to say. What has Matho really instilled in the new Brothers this year?
And the funny thing is they coached together for a few years, so they're really going to be kind of in each other's pockets. It'll be...
Is there going to be a bit of bad blood here today? Or is this going to be all...
Well, I think
just
it's
friendly banter.
There's
a lot of...
Well, you've got... coming
I haven't
over,
seen any WhatsApp messages yet, but...
Coming over from the Brethren, we know, obviously, we said the Skelton boys as well, the entire family. You've got Lorenzo, you've got Jeremiah. You've got Big Ernie's playing Friday nights out here as well. His old man playing with the Black Dogs at the age of 45.
Well, he's got a premiership out here, doesn't he, Dad?
Yeah, big time back in 2006.
With
but then
Carl.
you've also got Liam Busher as well.
It's all intertwined.
So you've
set up for a good day.
You've got
here.
so many former brethren coming over to the kennel, and then at the same time, you've got the brethren bringing up all those new youngsters as well. So there's a lot on the line for both sides out here today. But we've spoken about the Skeltons, we've spoken about Liam Busher, but on top of that as well, the Doggies have been able to get back Carter Gordon, Hamish, and we know how good he is. So that is a massive win for the boys.
That's going to make some big changes there in the back line. I just think it didn't look so much flat, but he just brings a whole nother level to the team here. So, as you said, new Melbourne Rebel. So, he's a very, very good player. I'm looking forward to seeing him back out there.
He is a fantastic player. We can see some of the members of the puppy pack out here, the mighty under-6s from the Doggies, lining up to run the boys on. But here we have it, the brethren taken to the field. On that far touch line there. And there he is, the former Doggie himself, the man known as the Big Breakfast, has a little bit of everything. Great running game, great hands, big hitter in defence. A new man in the butcher's stripes, but it's that man right there at the top right of the screen, Woody. Michael Wood, he is an absolute gun. Part of the trio with Fraser McWright and Harry Wilson that really did a number in that Aussie under-20s last year, and he is a big inclusion.
He's just a big, hard man. You just don't want to get in front of him attacking or defending, really. So I think he came off maybe after 60 last week as being his first game back. So hopefully he puts 80 minutes in today and does plenty of damage.
And it was a weird one, wasn't it? Wasn't it a severed tendon after stepping on a glass bottle or something, was it? Or was that prior to it?
I don't know.
Or are these rumours? Let's go here.
No,
I did hear something about that, but no.
Stood on a glass bottle at Ballymore after training one time and severed a tendon in his big toe, and it took a while for him.
Were you
to
hanging
get
out there, were you?
No, it wasn't me.
It's a bit of sabotage, I think.
But here we go. The Doggies taken to the field, led out by Rob Puliovea, their skipper, wearing the headgear there. And so many new faces in this Doggies side as they do rebuild. But there he is, the big man. The thick unit himself, Bronson Fotuali'i Tauakipulu. Starred last year for the Queensland Country NRC side. He's an absolute superstar in the making. His big bobcat, Bronson Fotuali'i Tauakipulu. He's been absolutely massive since he's come back. Always just with a niggling little calf injury, so he'll have to have a big one here today. If the Doggies want to come away with the buttered confection out here in front of their home crowd.
Beautiful day out at Toowong, isn't it?
Always, mate. It's God's country out here, Felsman.
Did you catch the Colts game, J-Ball?
I did, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, what was the score?
Cracking game.
Cracking game, went back and forth both ways. The brethren coming away with the win in the final play. But it's now out here and we're just waiting for referee on debut, young James Palmer, to get us underway here. And it'll be Cooper Whiteside. Brings rain with that one, leaves that one hanging, but fielded well there by Carroll, the youngster. Wahongi with an early touch. Tips on to Fezler. But there's a knock on early.
Early push and shove there.
And you can see they're right up for it here at this one. The former brethren himself, Liam Usher. Now we saw last week, Felsman, that the brethren with big Mikey Palmer started to get the wood on Bond in the back end of that game. They really must back him in. He's a big unit there at tight head prop.
He is an absolute fridge. He is a massive unit. And our scrum was looking pretty damn dominant last week, especially with Matt Murphy locking down as well with Fez in the middle. Plenty of experience there in the front row.
We've got some slick wingers here, so we'll be expecting big things to come off. Big Carter Gordon coming back.
Centrefield scrum, 30 out. This is a dream for the back line.
Bread and butter.
Carmichael with the feed. Plenty of pressure coming through from brothers there.
Oh.
But the Doggies do well to get that out. Gordon. Wes just inching towards that 22. Puliovea now. Tyrone Pritchard. Hit hard by big Mikey Palmer. The Doggies doing well, just rolling the phases here.
Oh.
Great line there. Luca looks to get the hands free, unable to do so.
Great quick ball there. That was amazing.
And Gordon goes through.
There he is.
Beats the fullback. And it's try time. Under 2 minutes here at the Kennel. And Carter Gordon picks up the first 5-pointer of the day, and that is high-tempo footy to kick off this match.
And that's how you make a statement coming back into the play. Very, very good from him there. Amazing. He's kept going, got the ball out nice and quick, and just fed straight out there. Some pretty sloppy D there. He slotted straight through, picked up the tide forward, and picked up beautifully there, Mr. Gordon.
Yeah, he made 3 touches there in a row, Carter, and he was just steering the ship around. He took it to the line really nicely, found the space out wide. He's going to steer this West ship around for the rest of the afternoon, make this very tough for the Breath.
Yeah, it was his first game back just last week. First game in over 12 months. He was a bit rusty, it's safe to say, but he's an absolute gun. He's Carter Gordon. And it is a big loss to the Queensland rugby community to see him go down to the Rebels, but it's good to see him back in clubland before he dances down in 2021. And he adds the extras there, so just a shade under 3 minutes in to this round 5. All Sports Physiotherapy Hospital Challenge Cup fixture, and it's the Doggies up 7-0.
It's 3 minutes and he's already made his impact, so I think we're going to see big things from this back line. The 2 Fijian wingers here are sort of a bit different to the Jeeps build, so I'm expecting more speed and less running over the top of each other. So
Fijian wingers everywhere.
Yeah, there's not too many wingers built
like
Perez. Atuna Isa out of Jeeps, but brothers now.
I think that was Alex Perez that got up and won that back.
he has
Climbing high does well to get that pill back, so the Brethren now with a great opportunity to drill this one into the corner. It'll be Saifaloy stepping up. Saifaloy last week was brilliant for Brothers as they got that win over Bond University, and he'll have to have a big one here today going toe-to-toe with Carter Gordon, you'd have to say, Mitch.
Mate, what a 10 battle. This will be a great battle this afternoon between Rowan and Carter. Looking forward to it.
would have liked a few more metres on that one, I think. And the way the Brothers forward pack's been moving.
I'd back him in from here.
Still a good opportunity, and it's Kappa straight off the top. And jamming in there, Lorenzo Skelton. But it's Kappa now. Good run there from the second rower. Brothers gaining metres with ease. Good ball.
Kappa again, great line.
From Murphy there to Kappa. But there's the turnover. And it's Connor Anderson.
I'm not that good at lip reading, but I think there's a bit of less goal going on there.
I don't mind it, mate. I do not mind it, but that is absolutely massive turnover there from Connor Anderson.
That's big. Brothers had them on the back foot here, getting through the line, getting over that advantage line very, very quickly. Who's come through there?
Had a good, strong base there, though, did Connor Anderson, and that is a great touch finder there from Whiteside. Directly on the halfway.
Taking the time here.
Yeah, opting to go for that four-man line out. Some of the big heavy hitters out in midfield.
We're expecting something special here.
Good pill
there. We go.
There we go. Cal Smith goes straight through.
Gets that ball back quickly.
Gordon finds Pritchard, breaks one, breaks two. Good leg drive there from the Doggies, number 8. West looking good, ball in hand. Gordon opts to put that one on the toe, but goes straight to the midst of Stixie. And Wahongi with the offload. Brothers now. Pairing up to this one, Liam Richmond. And it sits up brilliantly there, Liam Richmond. All too easy in the end. That is brilliant footy there from Brothers, and that is exactly what they needed. Great end-to-end footy there from Brothers.
And West punished there. Should have kept the ball in hand. Not sure why he's gone behind there. But look at that. Nice quick hands. Pass it around. Hot potato. And off he goes.
That's why you train for those counter-attack drills. That's against the run of play, and that's just gone a couple of hands back and forth. on the toe, beautifully weighted by Hudson Crichton, and Richmond finishing well.
Yeah, Hudson Crichton with that final touch there. Saw the space in behind. That is brilliant play there.
What were you saying? You're a bit quicker than him, though, right, Mitch?
No.
Not anymore. Liam Richmond, he's also come through that elite development program as well, through the Colts EDP program. So that EDP program is absolutely firing out there at Crosby. It'll be Cyphaloy now to add the extras.
Yeah, interesting. Richmond's been playing, has played 10 most of his years in Colts, and then his first couple of years of grades, and has made the shift out to 13. He's put a fair bit of size on in this last preseason, and blossoming. Doing really, really
how
well.
old is he now? He'd be early 20s?
Still in his early 20s.
Yeah.
22, 23?
That's big to be playing 13 at that level.
Cyphaloy strikes that well and just shaves
the
it
post
inside that right hand upright. So it's 7 points apiece here at Skyfleet Stadium. And we have got one hell of a ball game on our hands if this is what's going to be happening only 8 minutes in.
Oh, jeez, I just looked at the clock. This is going to be a lot.
Fielded well there, Perez.
Oh, wow.
Here comes Carter Gordon. Where did that come from? Carter Gordon. Take a bow. That is absolutely red hot there.
He's chosen not to put his head down and make up for his mistake there before, and he's done absolutely beautifully. So 1 for 1. It's going to be a high-scoring game, I think. Mitch, what do you reckon?
Back and forth, back and forth.
That is brilliant eyes-up footy there from Carter Gordon. Saw that the brethren wanted to sing that one early, and he's done brilliantly there.
Jeez, that was just, he timed that to perfection.
I'd say that might have been Carl Marshall watching a few tapes of our exits, possibly.
You'd have
Excuses
to think so.
already there.
No, well coached.
But that's it. It's all
Touché.
It's all a part of the game nowadays, though, isn't it, fellas? When you obviously go through the review system, you analyse the other side, all that sort of stuff.
Hours and hours these coaches spend. I get more notifications from Huddle than any other app that I wish I did, but.
Gordon now adds the extras. So all 14 points coming via the Doggies fly half. And less than 10 minutes in, a 14-7 ball game here. Two sides throwing absolutely everything at each other. Oh, we've still got another 70-odd minutes here to go.
I can't believe that. Can you check that clock if that's right, please?
No, it's right, mate. It is bang on. And Cyphaloy drops that one just outside the 22. Fielded brilliantly there, Smith.
Oh,
Skelton.
Wooden Skelton.
Whiteside hammers that one deep. Fielded well now by Sam Hine.
Up and under here is going to go.
Doesn't shirk contact, does the big mustachioed winger. Brothers now looking to swing it early.
There we go.
And Carroll brought down well. Oh, shot coming in there. Skelton on Stixie. But James does well to get that one back, and Mikey Palmer's get picked up and driven back by Usha.
Bit of prop porn.
The Doggies are up for this one, it seems. Wood with the carry. Now playing with a bit of width down that far touchline. Brothers just working their way up over that Doggies 10-metre line. Palmer with another carry.
It's a better run when he gets lower to the ground.
Bounce pass from Tarabay. Fielded well by Richmond. Drop there from Wood. So there's that defensive pressure coming in from the Dogs.
Very short down that right-hand side. Oh, lucky.
Smart by the Brothers boys then. Held them up just long enough to be a maul. Took it down and killed it. Brothers ball. Well done.
Yeah, as Hamish said, there was plenty of numbers on that open right-hand side. Plenty of forwards from Brothers milling about out there. So if they were able to get it out there, it could have been lights out. So smart play to be able to flood that breakdown, Felsman.
Yeah, as I said, those I think that was Richmond and Stixie out there. Paddy James held the West player up just long enough to hear the referee say maul. Good rugby IQ there.
And Isaac Tarabay, so he's obviously coming in, just a young fella himself. We saw Ruben Wall last week unfortunately go down with that busted knee. That's a big loss to lose Ruben Wall, but Isaac Tarabay, there's big raps on him as well, aren't there?
Yeah, such an exciting. They play a very similar style. Their support play is unreal. They're exciting. They're nippy around the ruck. So as much of a loss, Ruben is, it's going to be fantastic for Isaac to have a good shot here.
And ugly stuff here from Brothers, but Hines done well to keep that ball in on that far touchline. So a bit scrappy early on from Brothers, but still being able to build phases. And a low chop coming in, Smith.
Can't touch the 9.
I think a bit short down that.
Penalty advantage here for Brothers. Murphy.
Oh, big step.
Seifloy looking to use the numbers, and it's Nielsen now. Short ball finds Hine. Up over the 10-metre line. Nielsen, ball is ripped out.
Just after advantage was over.
As you said, Hamish, just after advantage was over, but it was slapped out of the hands of Tyrone Pritchard. So, knock on there, and that is a big pressure reliever there for the Doggies, because Brothers were looking bloody good there.
And Matty Fessler's put that one down. Couldn't catch COVID in Melbourne at the moment, Matt Fessler.
Hectic chat.
Be safe, everyone.
But the Doggies now with a good opportunity here, and they've got a big blindside if they're able to get up on that tight head side. 15 metres in from the touchline. But they've decided to stack all open.
I think we might see Skelton running through the centres here. Fridge on fridge.
Good platform here coming up for the Dogs.
Yeah, it's like one of those ones that's just one door.
Gordon bounced out the back, finds Narvo Lungy. Great low shot there from Crichton.
Oh, that was perfect.
Great work there from the youngsters. Crichton with the chop and Carroll with the pilfer.
Those young boys we were talking about, hey. Great chop from Huddy Crichton out there in the open field, and Nate Carroll straight over the top.
That is just perfect technique there. Had some pretty good people to learn off from Mr. Harry Wilson.
Yeah.
Good kick there. Seifloy gets it down just about 5 metres short of the Doggies' try line. So a brilliant opportunity here for the Brethren.
Their forwards have been absolutely on fire with their momentum. I think they're going to go for a big push over here.
And this could be a big thing here. Carter Gordon's down in backfield, and he's not looking too good. Looks like he might be winded. Hopefully it's nothing more, but he is clutching his chest. But we can see it here. Just shot there. Perfectly legal shot coming in from Seifloy. So maybe it is just got the wind knocked out of him. But he's still down in backfield. But while we've got a break in play, we do want to give a very special mention to Metal Construction, the major sponsor of West Rugby Club, as well as Ray White, Ascot and Gouldson Legal, the major sponsors of Brothers Rugby Club, for their long-term support of both clubs and grassroots rugby here in Queensland. But Carter Gordon, he's getting up very gingerly after copping that shot to the ribs, and he is definitely coming
is that
off here.
looks like a shoulder maybe?
Because he's not looking good at all. Looks like he's struggling to breathe there, the youngster.
Could be a rib.
We are naming good body parts that are in that area. Are we going to have another stub?
Yeah,
Stomach.
He is absolutely battling here,
that
Carter
looks
Gordon,
painful.
unfortunately. And he's back down. There's no way he can go on. So that'll be an absolutely massive blow here for the Doggies early on. He's racked up all 14 points in the opening 14 minutes here at the kennel.
You can't say he hasn't given his all, because he literally has. But who are they going to slot back in here if he comes off there, Jay?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I know Nick Doggy will probably on the bench. It looks like Callum Hicks is warming up on the sideline, so maybe they'll slot Cooper Whiteside into fly half, but he is walking very gingerly, and he is in a bloody bad way. So all the best for Carter Gordon. Hopefully it's nothing too bad, but he can't hardly walk at all.
That's a big loss for West.
Yeah, that is
That's
absolutely massive here for the Doggies. Only 15 minutes in and you're losing a player the calibre of Carter Gordon.
Oh, you never want to see that. Hope the best for Carter. Hope a speedy recovery.
I hope it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious, but he is clutching. Yeah, he's clutching that rib very gingerly. He can hardly walk at all. So, as you said, fellas, maybe a broken rib or some cartilage or something, but he is in a bad way. But back to the footy here, as he said, it looks like Hicks has gone onto the wing. So I assume Cooper Whiteside will step into fly half. And Shay Lalavasi has gone to fullback most likely. But back to the footy now, and Brothers with a great opportunity through Kappa. And they shear off on the right-hand side here. Trundling forward here are the Brethren. And referee James Palmer just wants to go to his AR, and he's given the try.
Noah Nielsen at the back there.
Big Noah Nielsen picks up a 5-pointer. He's had the opportunity to step into that 7-role left vacant by Fraser Mick right there, and he's absolutely been killing it in the opening few rounds, hasn't he, Felsman?
He has. He had a few rounds last year. Started 7, made his mark, had a few great games, and now he's kind of cemented that position for this year. I think he works very hard in the gym in the off season, and yeah, he's coming away with a few meat pies already.
Yeah, he picked one up against Jeeps in that opening round a few weeks ago as well, so he's a very busy bloke. And he's a thick unit too, so he's strong over that ball. But Saifaloy, with an opportunity to add the extras, you'd think, the way he kicks them, they should be able to draw a level here. But only 15 minutes in, 26 points scored already. I think both sides have a hell of a lot to play here. And they are throwing everything at each other here at Skyfleet Stadium.
Well, I think that rivalry is heating up. Too much into people intertwined here for it not to be a big day here.
Saifaloy steps up. Strikes that one well, kick. And again just sneaks it inside that right hand upright. So as we said, an absolute sharpshooter is Saifaloy. Just the calming presence this Brothers outfit with so many youngsters coming through really need, Mitch.
Mate, what a fast start to this game. What a fast start.
It's absolutely hell for leather thus far. 28 points already, 16 odd minutes in. And that ball's gone vacant. Found a bit of turf and rolled into touch, so Brothers will have the line out throw just outside their own 22.
I think we might see Rowe play with a bit more freedom now with Carter off, because that was obviously going to be a big hindrance for him. So I think he's going to be a bit more creative coming into this. See the ball thrown around a bit more and taking the line on.
Yeah, they'll definitely want him to step up. Scrappy ball at the back, but fielded well there by Wahongi. Saifaloy opts to drill that one downfield. Just on that west 10-metre line, and Lalanavasi now breaks that first tackle, breaks the second, and he's straight through. Dragged down from behind by Nielsen.
That's what I was waiting to see today.
The Doggies marching up towards that Brothers 22.
No.
Wood straight through the middle. Penalty advantage, Carmichael goes himself. West building phases well here, getting metres with ease. Skelton now. Still penalty advantage.
They want this.
Looking to slow the ball down. Carmichael finds Usher. Hit hard by Palmer. Playing tight here now are the Doggies. Pritchard breaks the tackle of Wood. Straight through, Skelton. Just a few metres short now. Smith is isolated here.
We've got to go back right.
But the Doggies arrive just in time. Inch by inch. But still had that penalty advantage. And referee James Palmer blows it up and brings it back.
Bit lucky with the length of that advantage, I think.
Mate, that was a nice break on that counter attack. Was that who you were keeping an eye on, Hamish?
Well, he's living up to the hype. Good on him.
Yeah,
he's got a bit more to give. We are 18 minutes in, so plenty of the game left.
Yeah, he's been trying to find his feet a little bit, has Shea Lalanavasi. He's obviously, as we said, come back from that Irish 7 setup. Only had a couple games recently, so
I think there's a few Brothers players trying to find his feet there as well, maybe a few line breaks.
But West now, great opportunity here, about 5 metres out from the Brothers line. Looking directly into the sun here is Bronson Fotuali'i Tauakapulu. So he'll have to get this throw bang on, does just that, finds Anderson at the back. And it's splintered a bit here for the Dogs, but it's well set up. Trying to work that ball back. It looks like Usher's got it at the back. Great counter maul here.
Skelton.
From Brothers. The referee Palmer says use it. Carmichael goes digging. And there's a turnover. Use it or lose it, referee James Palmer says. And the Doggies have lost it.
A bit of white line fever there from some of the forwards.
Yeah, you'd say poor work there from the Doggies not picking up on that one there.
Got to capitalise on this.
Absolute coach killer. You can't help but think Daryl McNamara, their forwards coach, will be absolutely blowing up Deluxe on the sidelines. But they're the sort of things, fellas, when they need to be able to take deep inside that kill zone, 5 metres out, you should be coming away with points every time.
Exactly. Anytime you're in your 22, you really, really want to come away with points. And West being only 5 out there with a pretty dominant maul. Just had to listen to the ref, use it or lose it, should have gone out.
But an opportunity here. I know for a fact the Doggies really do back in their set piece here at the kennel in 2020, so surely some pressure coming through, but
it's a weird little line they've got there set up. Brothers there. Is that a nice little trick play?
No, it looks like they're going to be crashing through Hudson Crichton, you'd have to think.
Space
get their way out of their own try line.
I think Nate Carroll's getting a bit of commentary back there from the West Colts boys.
Yeah, there's a fair few of them as well.
They're there.
Absolutely feeding him from the hill. Tarabay finds James.
Oh.
Good shot there from Whiteside.
Well off his feet.
Digs the ball out. Finds Saifaloy, who just looks to opt for that touchline. Doesn't get too much purchase on that one. And that's just outside that 22 there. So, huge opportunity here for the Doggies.
Yeah, Rowe definitely would have liked a few more metres on that. It hasn't really relieved much pressure. So, West got another good opportunity here to attack and try and capitalise on inside their 22.
Great opportunity here for the Doggies. Smith climbs high and it's Skelton just keeps that one in the field of play. Whiteside, cut out ball.
Oh.
Finds Skelton. Great rush up defence there from Crichton.
His West forwards are slow getting back.
Looking to slow it down, as you said there, Hamish. Just work their way up towards the Brothers' 10-metre line. Pritchard now. Breaks the tackle of Perez. Breaks the tackle of Palmer. Good run there from the Doggies number 8.
Good work by Perez there to hold on.
Brothers need to be careful here with their shooters in defence. They really need to stay in a line as a crossfield kick goes over and finds the winger.
Narbo side gets the hands free and it's Hicksy!
Looks like that creativity can come without Gordon on the field, which sort of really a positive thing for the West to take into that little bit of play there.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic eyes up footy there. Cooper Whiteside, the fullback, come fly half. Seeing Ben Narbo's side, Lungy, absolutely seagulling on the wing as any good winger should do. But smart eyes up footy here, sees that Hine is in. Pops that one straight on the chest of Narbo's side. Lungy breaks that tackle, gets the hands free.
Another
I was about
another
to say
ex-brother in there.
another ex-brother in there in Callum Hicks.
He's had a big day. He just had a full game in reserve grade, played well, and he's come on after 10 minutes in a very, very fast-paced Premier Grade game. He'll sleep well tonight.
He's a fleet-footed youngster, is little Cal Hicks, known as Pup. And Whiteside adds the extras, so still racking up the points both sides out here today. 21 points, plays 14. In favour of the Doggies.
Seeing there those wingers getting nice and involved, the Fijian duo.
So, J-Ball, who has slotted into 10 for Wests?
It looks like Cooper Whiteside stepped up into fly half, the former fullback.
And Callum Hicks to fullback?
Yeah, I'd assumed he might have gone on the wing, but it looks like Hicks has gone straight to fullback to keep Navo Sailungi and Lala Navasi on the wings. With Carmichael now, scrappy play there from the Doggies off the kickoff, but do well to get that ball back. Anderson hit hard there by big Palmer.
That's a fridge.
And Palmer not rolling away as well as Nielsen, no clear release as well. So, a couple of infringements there, and the Doggies are right up for it as well. The attitude of the Doggies this week seems so much different than what we've seen recently. Over the opening couple of weeks, they seem to be right up for this one. Most teams do get up to play brothers.
Oh, that's a great kick.
But that is a great kick. Down that far touchline, 30-odd metres out. And what do you reckon, fellas? Do you reckon they're going to keep this one in tight or try to crash through midfield there?
I think they'll go midfield. I think they'll probably look to get Lorenzo Skelton involved. I know they've got a short line out here. I'd say this will be going to brother Jeremy, who will be taking us up at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, he absolutely frost contact.
Going back to the car park there for this run up.
Big Jeremy Skelton puts his hand up, and it's Tyrone Pritchard. Gets the hands free.
There
now he finds
goes.
Skelton, and Skelton goes through. Isolated Navo Sailungi. Does well to get that pill back. Puliovea now gets it up over the 22. Doggies racking up the phases here. Luca. Another good strong run there from Cal Smith on his starting debut. Brilliant turnover there by Noah Nielsen, but referee James Palmer says hands in the ruck once again.
I think that had to be done. There was some big tired brothers forwards around the base of the rock there. We were surprised if West got through again.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the brothers boys walking around, hands on hips, hands on knees. Big forward pack, and they look like they might be gassed a little bit here. And I think they can smell blood in the water can. The Doggies opting to go for that scrum. So there's a huge opportunity here for the Dogs.
Once again, a centre field scrum.
This will be interesting.
Plenty of opportunity either side. Callum Hicks at the
Hicks,
back
yeah.
here. He could possibly sweep left, or he could get right in a bit of a sweeper roll behind the first receiver on the right hand side.
Yeah, opting to go for a 4-1 split with, as you said, Callum Hicks standing directly behind the scrum. So plenty of options here for the Dogs, but they're keeping this one in the forwards, and they are absolutely eviscerating the brethren in the scrum. Penalty advantage there. Carmichael up towards the 5 metre line.
Slowing it down there.
Just looking to work their way up.
Oh, Mikey Palmer coming
Needs
through.
some roll away. He's got up this time.
Good step
Right
there.
side off his left. Getting close. Crabbing his way there. Carmichael thinks he sees a gap,
The Colts seem happy.
but he's just short. But there's try time. And it's Skelton. Good eyes up footy there from Jeremiah Skelton.
Very good break there by Cooper Whiteside to get the West boys a couple metres out. Just a little bit of lack of urgency from the brethren at the moment.
They seemed a bit lost there, didn't they, Mitch?
Yeah, they were scrambling hard here, trying to get this Doggies pick and go under control. And just short there, Carmichael, but you can see here, Skelton just
I don't
looks
think
up.
many people
He
knew
took
what was
his
going on.
time. He took his time playing that one back. I'm not sure if he could see the difference between the dirt and the try line down there.
But good, smart footy there from Skelton. Saw that try line. Only inches away. Just pick it up and put it down.
Well, we did say there were some players to watch, and they're also living up to their hype. Now we just need Lorenzo to get back in there and crash up through the middle.
It'll be Whiteside now taking over the kicking duties from Carter Gordon.
He looks very comfortable at 10.
Strikes that one brilliantly.
This West crowd really getting behind the boys now.
Yeah, big crowd out here at Skyfleet Stadium. We've got the crew from Keys H up here on the Sky Deck. We've got plenty of the Colts, as you said, down on the hill there, Felsman. But as we were saying, so many love when when they have a home game against the Brethren. They all turn out. And Seifaloy drops that one just outside the 22. Fielded well by Smith. He's been good on his starting debut. Very busy. Penalty advantage now for the Dogs. Going to look to run this one out of their own 22. Hands free. Usher. Skelton.
Great chop, Nate Carroll.
And here we go. Lalanavasi now. Oh, absolutely. Poleaxe coming over the top.
There's a head-on-head there by Wood and Richmond.
They are
Both
very
boys a bit slow to
groggy.
get up.
Smith. Oh, left that one hanging. Does well. Is Callum Hicks out there on that 15-metre line to claim that one in. And Carmichael now just looking to take his time, finds his skipper, Puliovea. Opting to play territory here is Whiteside, and that is a brilliant kick deep inside that 22. Just stays in. And Carroll puts that one on the toe. Doesn't get too much on it, but does well to get up towards that 10-metre line. So the Doggies now, another great opportunity here. Off a line out on that far touch line. And again, looking to go for that short option. They've got Skelton and Pritchard in midfield.
Pritchard's been fending them off.
He's absolutely massive. He's Tyrone Pritchard, formerly at the Tigers, has come over to the Doggies. Great pill there.
Oh, big hit.
But straight back into the mud goes Smith. Bouncing back open side now, Gav Luca. Great run there,
Great
Luca.
run.
And spoiling the party coming through on Carmichael. But West do well to field that one now. Skelton gets the hands free. Carroll shoots in. Good shot there on Fred Keel. Skelton now, Lorenzo. Still building phases here well. The Dogs. Quick pick and go. Puliovea gets the hands free. Lalanavasi goes off the left. And that's try time. Shea Lalanavasi.
Plenty of involvements there from Jeremiah Skelton on the way through. I think he had 3 touches in that possession, all over the ad line. Got West on the front foot, and they've ended up going over in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely loves a carry, does big Jez Skelton. We saw him last season doing just that for the Brethren. Now he's doing it against his own old cohort. But good, strong clean out there from Fotualiki Taua Kapulu. And great offload there from the
ankles,
skipper.
goodbye.
That's exactly what you were saying, Barty. That is exactly what he could do. Shea Lalanavesi. He is absolutely red hot.
He doesn't mind a step or two. The floor is lava, I believe the kids are saying.
Jesus, terrible chat. But he's actually cousins of Joey Lala out at South, former Premier Grade winger.
South, Jeeps, a few other clubs, East.
Yeah, he has, hasn't
I
he?
think we could go,
We could go all around.
Sunnybank?
No,
There would have been some contacts.
no. Yeah, I think Joey did play for East, South and Jeeps.
Yes. And then a bit of stint at North's leagues.
Did he?
Yeah.
There you go. Aussie Sevens.
Yeah. decorated career.
So, yeah, hell of a career
DJ.
there, Joey Lala.
DJ, blogger, Instagrammer.
Look, Shea's got some big shoes to fill, so...
That's it. And Whiteside now. Pushes that one out.
Looks like he's gone to the white side there.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm out. That's absolutely horrific.
I'm looking good now. That's good, man.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of pressure off you, Hamish.
Thanks for that, Mitchie.
But score remains 33 points, plays 14. The Doggies absolutely going hell for leather out here at Skyfleet Stadium. Just a shade under 7 minutes here. Whiteside fields that one. Charge down. Everyone's onside here, but dribbles that one into touch on the halfway line. So when it's your day, Felsman, it is your day. They get the charge down and it still dribbles 50-odd metres upfield for their own throw.
Credit to them, things going their way, but they're capitalising. Points are on the board.
That's it. You've got to take every opportunity on the board, and it looks like Michael Wood's going off the field here. Last week, he actually only got about 30, 35 minutes into the game as well, so clearly looking to ease him into the match. I don't know whether it's from the head knock.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that
injury.
he was in that head knock before, yeah?
But I mean, nothing against Woody, but seems like the sort of bloke that can cop a head knock. Nah, it's good to see him back out there, but just racking up the minutes. Bit of a dicey throw there, but referee James Palmer says play on.
Good line speed by the breadth then.
Yeah, brothers,
Paddy
great line
James
speed, as you said. Mitch doing well to shut that down on the outside. Great pill there, Hicks. The Doggies with all the ascendancy now.
Oh, big hit.
Skelton
Keeps
hit hard
going.
by Palmer. Does well to get the Pistons firing.
No one back on the right there.
And they've seen just that, Hamish. They've found plenty of space, and it's Nabo side. Lungy needs to bounce.
Too fast.
As you said, Hamish, you saw plenty of space back there, and Cooper Whiteside just drilled that one in there, but just couldn't get the bounce, unfortunately.
That was... got a lot of confidence there, West, at the moment. I guess with 33 points in the first half, you'd be trying your luck with anything.
Well, the first cross kick worked, so why not try it again? It nearly just popped up for him. Could have been 2 in the bag for him.
Nielsen.
There's going to be some sore shoulders tomorrow.
And there's a turnover there. Connor
start.
Anderson got on that one. Smith now. Smith.
Oh.
Cal Smith. Cal Smith. Reaches out. Try time. Cal Smith. Starting debut for Cal Smith.
And the crowd is going absolutely wild.
And they are going Godzilla behind that try line there. And the man he's replacing, Big Will Deard and Dirty Deardo, he's right down there and absolutely fizzing for that one to see his mate Cal Smith picking up a 5-pointer in his starting debut.
Well, Brothers looks all right here, and then there's just some great defense here. Who's got the ball back there?
Look
at that.
Looked like Paddy James lost his feet trying to go for that clean out, had no one over the top of Noah Nielsen, and there's been a good pinch there from West.
How's that?
Shocking.
Show and go, off the right, reach out. Yeah, he's a bloody good man, is Cal Smith. He's worked his way up, 4th grade, 3rd grade, reserve grade, got the reserve grade skipper's armband earlier this season.
Something you'd do, Mitch.
And just deserves, but
Let's see if the referee was watching.
Sam Hines just trundled up.
A little sneaky
drilled
drop
that
goal,
one
you
off the
reckon?
tee. Don't think you can do that one. Just a little bit too toey there was Sam Hine. So now Cooper Whiteside with the opportunity to add the extras with no pressure coming through.
I hate to say it, but they've actually excelled since Carter's gone off. That's
yeah, sometimes things like that, the All Blacks were known for it. They get a yellow card and they put points on. So teams that can adapt, they can tend to galvanise when things like that happen. And the Doggies have done just that. 26-point lead out here at Skyfleet Stadium with still a couple minutes to go in this first half.
Well, Whiteside's moved into 10, and I haven't even heard Rose's name pop up in the past 20 minutes, so he's doing a very good job
Brothers
there, taking over.
Starved of the ball. West is just doing a great job keeping control of it, and the discipline as well, letting Brothers down a little bit. Oop, shot, sniper.
Yeah. Fortunately, Tarakapulu slipping in backfield there, but the Doggies still able to get their clearing kick in. And Hine leaves that one hanging. Carroll does well to field it, but he's absolutely swarmed by green and gold jerseys. Does well, does the youngster, to get that pill back. Tarabay, Nielsen, Palmer. Taking 3 blokes to bring him down.
Oh, my Lord.
And James finds space on that outside
There we
shoulder,
go.
and now it's Hudson Crichton.
Great defence there.
Great last-ditch tackle there from Hicks, but the ball still spews out, and it's Richmond now. Brothers with the ascendancy. Wahongi on that far touchline.
Big call going back down that short side.
But they've done well to get that pill back now. Brothers inside that 22.
Got a roll away.
Tarabay. Saifaloy. Hine out the back.
Great
Hine
pass,
with
Hine.
the loopy cutout.
One sniper.
Nielsen does well to bring that one in. Brothers only a few metres out now. Murphy.
Needs support.
Perez breaks the first attempted tackle. Only metres away now.
Oh,
Good ball back
great pill,
inside
man.
Nielsen. Great play there, Noah Nielsen. Picking himself up a brace early on here. And that is just what Brothers needed going into the half.
I think that was very important for the boys to get that final try in before half time.
Absolutely starved for the ball before that, Mitch, you were right, and look what they can do when they've got it in their hands. So I think we've still got a lot more points left in the next half.
It's going to be a game of possession, isn't it? Whoever's going to have the ball the most will probably win this game.
I reckon you could be right there, Mitch.
Cheers, James.
But good stuff here, Murphy. As you said, Felsman, looked like he might have been isolated, but does well to get that pill back. And this run here, great stuff here by Perez. Gets over that ad line. Makes the Doggies have to retreat, and then it was all too easy, just a numbers game. Good ball back inside, Rowan Saifaloy.
I'll eat my hat there.
But that's 2 tries now here for Noah Nielsen. And Saifaloy now with an opportunity to add the extras and just claw back a little bit more of that lead going into the half, and he does just that. And it is now half-time here at Skyfleet Stadium in this round 5 all sports physiotherapy hospital challenge cup fixture between the West Bulldogs and Brothers, and it is the Doggies up 40 points to 21. Now, Mitch, Brothers, they just seem to come out a little bit flat, and they've just struggled to try to get their hands on the pill in that first half.
They haven't had the ball much at all, and their defence is a little bit flat. They've let West get the front foot with those big forwards running straight through them. As long as we can keep hands on the ball for the second half, I think we can call back into this game.
And then Hamish, the Doggies, we saw Carter Gordon rack up 14 points only a few minutes in and then go off with what looks like a pretty serious rib injury. But Cooper Whiteside, he stepped up and he's absolutely killed it.
He's looking completely at home there at 10. And then also, I think also big shout out to Hicks, though. He's slotted in very, very well there at the back and has been sort of filling in Whiteside's shoes. It's like nothing ever changed. They just held onto the ball a bit more, which sort of made it look like Gordon wasn't really missed, but I don't want to say that because he put on 14 points in the first 3 minutes. So.
Yeah. No, so massive reshuffle there, but we're going to take a very quick break, but don't go too far, and we'll be back for the second half here of the All Sports Physiotherapy Hospital Challenge Cup fixture between West Bulldogs and Brothers Rugby Club.
Queensland Premier Rugby is back for its most eagerly awaited season in history. Romanian international Luke Samoa has arrived at the nest with a host of young talent under his wing. There's potential at Chipseywood. Can they recapture the glory days of old? East have got the flair, the firepower and the ferocity. This man, Seru Uru, will haunt the dreams of club.
Pain in the backside here for the Tigers as they swing it out. To get a few extra metres and pills. Finds the spice out wide and it's a try time there.
Head coach Carl Marshall is back at Sylvan Road and he's the top dog at the kennel. The Doggies missed finals by just 1 point last year and they're here to play. Don't look away from this young team. They can make something from nothing.
Then one off the ruck. Carter Gordon has sniffed it. The Jeeps defender and Carter Gordon.
It's been a tough few years for the Eagles, but don't you dare tell Chapo that they're not in the fight.
Family members, here we go now. Chapman splits it wide open, goes himself and gets the try. Nick Chapman, take a bow.
It's a new season, and the men from Hugh Courtney Oval have a point to prove. With Cody Blackhurst up front, the Eagles are ready to soar.
Back is Tuapo goes through, Tuapo gets the try. 22 years, 22 long years. Chiefs have won the 2018 Hospital Challenge Cup.
The Gallopers have been in destructive form in recent years, and boy, do the glue factory get stuck in. Sunnybank are out to restore some pride and will be breathing fire in 2020. With Tom Lucas at the wheel, good luck keeping up once these guys get on a roll. They need no introduction. Just 5 points kept Brothers from the Cup last year, and don't believe that they've put it behind them. Matho will have the Brethren firing in 2020.
Go straight through, and he's flying Fluke. Fluke gets it back infield, and that's a ripper of a pass from the youngster.
The Bull Sharks are circling. There'll be no easy trips down the M1 if Dan Boardman has anything to do with it.
Side to go down this near touchline. Match down, back infield. Dan Boardman goes through untouched. Try time. In at the death here. Over the Dragons. Strikes it. Switch third. Burying the Dragons.
Arguably the team of the decade. This cup has spent more time at stud to heavy than any other club.
Now wide Cairns gets smacked by Teams.
Go back infield, finds Dalgleish, Cliffy Setu.
Hino won't let these young students give it up without a fight.
Working towards the post. Tate McDermott goes straight through. McDermott swings it back to Campbell and he bellows it.
The Hospital Challenge Cup is club rugby at its best, and it starts now.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a brilliant hype-up video there from the Double Take Sports team. Absolutely getting everyone G'd up for a massive season. A truncated season at that. Just one out for every side as we go into the finals in the back end of this season for the All Sports Physiotherapy Hospital Challenge Cup. But Mitch, 40 points plays 21. It's been a high-scoring game thus far, but it was that late try that really made that score look very respectable. But the Doggies look really good. What do you think Carl Marshall would have been saying there?
I think Carl has used their big bodies to get through the middle of our pack. They've gone, they've punched a couple and they go. They're shifting to space, which is pretty traditional of Carl's coaching, punch and spread, but they've just executed it really, really well. I don't really remember any unforced errors or forced errors by West. Ball's gone to hand, the bounce has gone their way, and Brothers giving away a few too many penalties as well.
And then on the other side of that, Matho, do you think he would have been reading the riot act or would have been relatively happy considering the lack of possession, I guess you could say?
Matho definitely would not have been happy, I don't think. Discipline probably would have been a massive factor, and probably just securing that ball, a few turnovers that Connor Anderson is causing absolute headaches for Matho, I'm sure, standing up there with the sun in his eyes, and Connor Anderson adding more headaches.
Yeah, he's been busy, has Connor Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
You just couldn't help yourself.
I couldn't, I'm sorry.
But it's Saifaloy now, gets us underway once again, drills that one deep, fielded by Pritchard. With another strong carry comes the Doggies number 8. And it's Whiteside, opts to drill that one long. Ranging kick gets up over the halfway. And great defensive load shot there coming in from Freddie Keel. Palmer. Tarabay gets that pill out quick, and Saifaloy decides to opt to go down this near touch line. Carmichael has to hair back after it. And he's isolated.
Well done.
There's the charge down. Noah Nielsen. 47 seconds into the second half, and Noah Nielsen picks himself up a hat-trick. He's doing it all himself. The thick number 7. He's absolutely chopping up out here at Skyfleet Stadium today.
We will not stop hearing about this for the rest of the year.
They've just started exactly the way they started the first half, haven't they? Another point. What's that? 30 seconds in? A minute. That's great. Finding grass there is just absolutely great. Carmichael's tried to, I think, do a bit too much there. He second-guessed himself, and he's absolutely made a dog's breakfast out of that.
Yeah, he's made a meal of that one, has the young halfback. As you said, Hamish tried to do too much. He had Hicks coming across in support in midfield with a huge open angle to be able to bury that one deep. So just second-guessed himself, did the young halfback, and he's been made to pay for it. But that is one hell of a start for the Brethren. We saw the Doggies do exactly the same thing in the first half and then go on to put 40 points on the Brethren. So it could be good signs, could be an ominous sign.
I think it's going to be game of the year.
You calling it?
Game of the year. Yeah, absolutely.
He's called it early. Mitch Felsman,
no bias at all.
Stalwart, has called this one game of the year, only 42 minutes in.
42 minutes and 420 points into the game.
And it's Saifaloy now with the opportunity to add the extras, only a metre or so in from touch. And he's drilled that one. That is a pillar of a kick from Rowan Saifaloy. Cool as a cucumber is Rowan Saifaloy. Sees that lead dragged in to only 12 points.
Rowan's got his kicking boots on. He hasn't missed one yet, has he, Jay?
No, he's been absolutely bang on thus far, has Rowan Saifaloy, but it's Whiteside now. Lets that one hang, and it's bounced back into the hands of Cal Smith. Jeezy's been good thus far, has Cal Smith, but Whiteside now. Lorenzo Skelton, isolated, but does well to get that pill back, loses a boot in the process, and Usha puts that one down. And you spoke about it at halftime there, Felsman. The unforced errors, the Doggies have been holding on to that pill well, but early on now, that's 2 unforced errors.
I think the boys will be letting Liam Musher know. I think he was getting a bit chirpy after that final try of Wes. I don't think he had any involvement in it, but he was definitely chirpy.
Just like any good front rower.
Battle of the moustaches in the front row with Fezler and Usher.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Plenty of mussies going around, plenty of ISO haircuts as well, the bleach blonde tips. Big Bobcat in the middle there, he's got the frosted tips as well. Don't you love it?
We can still see a few people aren't going to the barbers yet. Just doing DIY jobs, looks pretty good.
I got a chance to see Simon Marley lining up for 4th grade today, and he looks like an absolute lunatic.
Mate.
And he is an absolute lunatic, so...
He looks himself.
So he's...
I am interested in the West supporter downstairs. He's got 5 different colours in his hair, J-Bor. Is that your mate?
Certainly not my mate, that's for sure. Hicks now. Sees a wall of Butcher Stripes, does well to get that pill back. Crichton's all over that one there. But the arriving doggies help to get that pill back. And Whiteside puts that one off the outside of the boot. Sits up as a wonky one there for Hine. And speaking of mussies, sporting one of the best is the big winger. Drops that one on the toe, drops it just outside the 22.
Oh, ankles.
And Whiteside stitches him up, but he's picked up and driven there by Stixie, Paddy James. And there's the turnover.
Oh.
They've got their tails up to the brethren.
Halfback from West just tried to seal that one off, but lost his feet. Liam Musher rushing in like a hero.
Oh, he just got ushed up there. Hey? No?
There was nothing happening. Absolutely nothing happening.
Nothing going on. I don't know what Ush was going in for.
We were just looking for the ball.
Well, it wasn't there.
Maybe you also thought it was lunch.
That is a terrible moustache.
I'm all about it. All about it.
What was going on there?
There was nothing happening. I think Sam Hine was just looking for the ball.
Yeah, it looks like Sam Hine was just digging for the pill. Liam Usher, as you said, Mitch just looking to chime in against his former club.
What did you do here, Hamish? Would you get some points or?
I think you'd probably just take the 3. You'd need to be a safe bet.
As Rowan Seifaloy opts to put this
one
deep into the corner.
We'll be looking for another forward push over here, I think. They've got their tails up, definitely, the brethren.
Yeah, their forward pack has been working very well here today.
Would I be wrong in saying it could be possibly 4, looking here for
Noah
Mr.
Nielsen,
Hattrick?
you never know.
If they do the same play off the back of that line out again?
Yeah, he's already picked up a try earlier on, his first one today off the back
There
of
he
the rolling
is.
maul, and they've set this one up now.
He's got it.
Through Kappa. And it's that man Nielsen at the back. It's tough going here, but they've had to shear off, and Wahongi drops that pill there. And the doggies are right up for this one now.
Doggy's tails up now. Doesn't look too happy though.
He never looks happy, does the big
His
cat.
moustache has fallen off a bit there, I think. He's holding it, clutching. Everyone's got a moustache there, Jay. Was that a club
it's good
thing?
stuff. No, just big, beautiful men in the front row rocking that mussy vibe. I'm all about it. Good stuff there from the doggies front row. Bless them. But that is a huge opportunity gone begging there for the brethren.
It was. Brothers will really try and keep the ball down this end from this possession.
West might try and spread this out. Maybe the crossfield kick, you reckon?
No, surely not.
No,
I've seen it.
Looks like
Seen
they're
it.
putting some serious pressure on at scrum time here.
Mikey
It looks like
Palmer's-
there's that penalty advantage. And they've got it. Just the pressure you were talking about, Felsman.
Bit of chirp there from the front row.
Paddy
That's
James
absolutely
wasn't very good
massive there from Brothers. Just what Matho would have asked for.
Quick tap. Sort some chat out, I think.
I think they'll pack down again. Yep, they're opting to pack down and
Run
They're
it
backing
straight,
themselves.
boys.
Mikey Palmer, Matt Murphy, and Matt Fessler packing down and try and get this ball probably as close as possible to that try line.
Maybe even on it or over it.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, it's been one hell of a battle here in the front row. The pack's going toe-to-toe at set piece time. And Brothers now, as the doggies did so many times in that first half, smelling blood in the water. Now it's their chance.
What's your go-to here, Mitch? What's the sort of Brothers thing that you guys do? Play?
I've just spotted Billy Bully in at blind winger who has gone on for Sammy Hine.
Quick tap here?
No. So Sammy Hine has dropped a fullback.
Looks like he's gone on for Liam Richmond.
Liam Richmond has gone off. And we've got Billy Bully here at blind wing, a very, very underrated, talented player.
He looks very wiry there.
He plays massively above his weight and electric feet as well. I'm really excited to see Billy get involved this second half.
Yeah, clearly.
He's taught him a
looks
few
like-
things. I hope not.
Looks like they're trying to get some fast feet out there to try to match that doggies outside back contingent that has absolutely wreaked havoc early on here today. But now it's for that time for that forwards battle.
I think it's time for him to get that jersey dirty. It's looking far too white.
I think we're going to see Dylan have a crack at 8 here. They'll try and hold it in as long as possible. And then Waihongi to break off and have a crack.
Tarabay with the feed.
Midfield, they do.
Brothers getting up on that loose head side.
Oh,
Referee says use it, and Wahongi goes off the back.
he's gone for 4.
They're just short here, our brothers. Looking to slow this one down. Kappa. And there's a knock on. There's the turnover that the doggies would have been craving.
And there's no one back here. There are 6s and 7s and all sorts. I've chosen play it safe. Yeah, it's a great kick. Good kick.
Opts to hug the touchline as well and does brilliantly there.
That is a fantastic clearing kick.
Big kick under pressure.
And that is the sort of stuff that wins matches of footy. Deep inside your own 5 metre line, getting that turnover. Absolutely huge there for the doggies. But brothers now, still with that line out throw. 45 metres out from the doggies. Try line.
Geez, this 25 is a big unit, J-Ball. Tell us about him.
That's Bronson, mate. Bronson Fotuali'i Tauakapulu. As we said, NRC Queensland Country representative last year. We saw him absolutely chop up in the NRC in the set piece. And there's that line out steal. The doggies now working up towards that halfway. Whiteside, cut out ball, finds Skelton. Lalanavesi gets the hands free, finds Hicks.
Oh!
Hicks on the outside, shimmy, shake, goes all the way. Callum Hicks, there we go, and the doggies respond in kind, and that is absolutely champagne footy there from the doggies. And the kennel is absolutely going Burko.
There is some electricity flowing in those outside backs for West. That was amazing. Some
great footwork by Hicks to finish that off, and
great line out still there, Connor Anderson.
He's got to have poisoning of rubber kind. There's too much ball has been running. It's ridiculous.
Terrible chat. But there we go. Skelton, it was here. We saw Shea Lalanavesi.
1-2.
Questionable offload, but
flat, but then that
nonetheless great footwork by Callum Hicks to finish that off.
Jeez, he's got some toe. That was quick.
The little in and away there, yeah. Callum Hicks, absolutely red hot. That's his second try of the day here. And it looks now there's been a substitution. Tyrone Pritchard, he's been absolutely massive here for the doggies today, getting his first start here for the doggies. But he's come off for the former Samoan number 8 international, Misioka Timoteo. So Tyrone Pritchard has been absolutely massive with ball in hand, and they've got subbed him off for big Missy Timoteo. But Whiteside now strikes that one and just bends it back enough to be able to add the extras. So the doggies now 47 points, plays 28. And just a shade under half an hour here to go at Skyfleet Stadium. And still, you'd have to think plenty of points left to be added onto the scoreboard.
It's going to be a big one. Absolutely.
Cypheloid drills that one. Gets
what,
it down inside the 22, and here we go. Timoteo. Good luck stopping him. He's a big unit. Good shot there from Nielsen. But there's the pilfer straight over the top. Brilliant work there. Great low chop from Nielsen.
Noah Nielsen having the game of his life here.
He won't be forgetting this game, that's for sure. Or letting you forget about it.
But great turnover there. Brilliant stuff there from the brethren.
Let's hope brothers can sort of compose themselves a bit more and not get white line fever again. They've had 2 or 3 chances down here already. They've sort of blown. And West has been really good over the ruck and over that ball.
That's just the response they would have wanted straight after that try from Hicks. So now their opportunity now about 8 or so metres out. You'd have to think, Mitch, definitely going for that rolling maul.
You'd think they'd go again. It's been looking good all day. And possibly Noah Nielsen for his 4th.
Can't wait. Would love to see the thick man pick one up.
4 and 53 minutes. Not bad.
Wouldn't be too bad of a hit out for him. But they're locked in to go quick here. Cypheloid finds James in midfield. They bounce out the back. Looking to use the full width of the field here are the brethren.
I think this might have caught West off guard here.
Yeah, it feels like the first time of the game where the boys have actually flung the ball a little bit left to right.
Oh, it's a great defence.
And Crichton gets absolutely lit up for his troubles there from Usher. But he's done well to get that pill back. Tarabay goes digging. Ugly pass.
Great hands to pick
but
that up.
But picked up well.
By Baby Wilson. Brother of Queensland Red Harry Wilson.
Yeah, Will Wilson's on the field now. Good pick-up, as you said there, Felsman, and Wahongi now.
Oh,
Picked up and smashed there by Cal Smith.
West with fantastic line speed here. As long as I think his brothers boys need to hold the possession for a little bit more.
And they're doing well here. Sam Hine breaks 3 tackles, gets up over that 22 well, and deep inside the 22 now. Ball spills out the back from Perez, and referee James Palmer says knock on. So that defensive line speed paying dividends there for the Doggies, and Brethren, despite building phases, just weren't able to hold on to that pill.
You'd be pretty annoyed as a back there, wouldn't you? Forwards have sort of let you down a little bit there, Mitch.
No, you can never...
It's never the forward's fault.
No, you can never blame it on them.
Now they get a bit of a taste of their own medicine. Imagine packing 15 scrums in a row,
exactly
looking
right.
up and you
and
fly
then,
half
and
off
then we
it
kick it out on the full or something.
Oh, God.
Exactly right.
Oh, that is nightmare fuel right there.
That's a good day at the office.
But it looks like... Is that Connor Anderson? We've seen Connor Anderson. He had a couple games this year earlier on where he caught some serious head knocks, so he had to sit out a week or two, but it's good to see him back, and he's been absolutely busy. Look at him. Big Chips Blanche. Rocking the mussy.
He told me he was tired at halftime of Reggie's.
He was tired before he even started. There's 2 big, beautiful men. There he is, Chips. Oh. And Bart Ritchie as well. Don't you just love it? Front row is the world's most beautiful people. Getting in the mixer. Can't help but think you're probably going to start to see some substitutions coming on.
Chips Blanche, what a man.
He is all that is man. But the Doggies now. We've seen them really struggle at scrum time recently in this second half. And with the feed, but they've done well to dig deep there.
No one back down here, no winger.
And Whiteside sees it, but opts to drill that one directly into touch. So just opting to hug that touch line and take the safety of it 30-odd metres out. Brothers now. It's been going back and forth all day. The ascendancy goes one way and then the other, and Brothers looking pretty good here.
What is this sort
I
of
think
set
they'll
up
look to go off the top again.
I was going to say, what does this look like for you? Oh,
ugly throw there, and it's picked up at the back there by Carmichael.
It's been lost, but Rowan's done some good defence there, driven West back.
Skelton now. Not shirking contact. Timoteo can't affect the clean out.
Who was that, Mitch? In that clean white jersey. He's great over the ball there.
Looks like Jed Chapman,
That's Jed Chapman off the bench. I think he's coming from Mikey Palmer. Looks like his shift for the day is done, but no love lost there in the scrum. Jed is a fantastic scrummager. Yeah, he's been great over the pill in the opening.
It's gone the
minutes
Torpy.
He's been on, and here we go. Big Torpy coming in from Cooper Whiteside.
Oh.
And Hine puts that one down, but it goes backwards. And now Callum Hicks able to field that one. Got a bit of time now. And
no one back there.
Sees plenty of space and absolutely hammers that one down towards the touchline. But it's your boy, Matty Fezler. Does well to get back there. Breaks the tackle of Narvo side Lungy. Great run there from the hooker. Tarabay goes digging.
Never released. Oh, he didn't roll away. I think just a bit of composure is needed here from Brothers. Just need to get it down there, and just as long as they can string a few phases together, it will open up. West defence has been very, very strong all day. They are fast off the line. They are big bodies, but just a few phases and it'll be enough. Yeah, they've been their own worst enemy a little bit here today, Brothers, with some unforced errors and so on. But still, 28 points on the board. Only a 19-point ball game. Fezler now with the throw. Goes to the front, finds Wahongi. James hit hard by Timoteo, but gets that pill away. But there's the penalty advantage.
I think your man was just ragdolled there, Mitchell.
Perez with the carry.
Oh, it's great.
James puts that one on the toe. Carroll Herring back after that one, but Hicks does well to get on that ball, but they still had that penalty advantage.
He's celebrating.
Grounded, 5-metre scrum, blue ball.
I think it might be a 5-metre scrum, blue ball.
Yeah, they had that penalty advantage, but they'd much rather take that scrum 5 metres out. So Paddy James, he's really injected himself well in the second half here, and he's really starting to get some good front foot ball for his outside backs.
Yeah, smart play. He saw winger Callum Hicks join the line, which left a bit of space in behind. But credit to Callum Hicks, he turned and chased, got that ball. But Nate Carroll taking him over the line brings it back out for a 5-metre scrum.
I'd be very close to saying that Nate Carroll actually got that down. Didn't look like Callum Hicks fielded that one before he lost that, but...
We'll have another watch of that one later.
Them's the breaks.
We'll go to the bunker.
In grassroots footy. But Tarabay now with the feed. And the Doggies putting some serious pressure on at scrum time.
Out of nowhere.
And there it is. The penalty they were craving. And they are up for it.
There's a lot of reserve forwards on there as well, so they've actually lost nothing there in their forward pack in terms of scrummaging and enforcement.
I just
brute power.
I don't
brute
understand
power.
scrums. I don't understand forwards. I don't know how that happens. One team
It's
dominating.
like tackling, you know, you're going to push and stuff, use your shoulders.
One team dominates, the other one dominates, the other one dominates, goes back and forth.
Now
I'll just stay out of it.
Looks like there's
That's what we
an
do
injury.
at fullbacks, mate.
Looks like there's an injury in backfield there. It might be Jed Chapman. I think he might have landed very awkwardly in that scrum, and he is in a world of hurt. Is the big reserve prop, so fingers crossed it's nothing too bad, but he absolutely looks like he's in a world of hurt. But while we do have a bit of a break, remember folks, Queensland Rugby is bringing Premier Rugby fans all 4 games live and free in 2020. So if you want to check out one of the other 3 matches, head to the QPR live stream hub at Queensland Rugby. And as always, a very special thank you to All Sports Physiotherapy, the competition naming rights partner for 2020, for their ongoing support of grassroots rugby in Queensland. Now, while we've got a bit of a break here, we might go around the grounds and have a look at some of the scores in the other fixtures. So, Felsman, down at the Canal, on the GC, East have gone down to take on Bond, and they're down currently 15 points, plays 7.
No,
Wow.
little spoilers would be
Certainly
good there.
wouldn't have picked that one, that's for sure. The Tigers we've seen are absolutely red hot and almost complete side. They've dismantled both UQ and Jeeps in the last 2 weeks, but now travelling down the Goldie, not doing too well.
Bond loving it at home. Is East at full strength, normal side, as
Yeah.
far as your knowledge?
From all accounts, I can't help but think they are. But
Wow.
look, once you add that travel in, anything can happen, right? So who knows?
Could have been a crash on the M1. Yatla
Oh,
Pies might have been shut. Who knows?
If Yatla Pies was closed,
That could
that's
have been
definitely
it.
what it is.
Could have been it. But speaking of boilovers, out at Yoku Road, Sunnybank are up 12 points to 10 over the Gallopers.
What is going on? What is going on? Unreal.
Another one I
My
wouldn't have
multi's
picked.
cooked.
Your multi is definitely cooked.
But we've seen in the previous few
Speaking
weeks, Sunnybank have struggled to round out their matches. They've been in the lead in the last few matches, but haven't been able to come away with the butter confection. But looking good over the Gallopers out at Yoku Road, then out at St. Lucia. UQ are up 38 points, plays 14 against a very young but very devastating and enthusiastic South outfit. So the students look like they're doing a number there, but you never know. That's South's team.
South could come back with 30 on in about 5 minutes, so you never know there.
We've seen them
you
been
never
able
know.
to do it. They did it against your boys earlier this season there,
They did.
Felsman, so it can happen. But looks like we've got some very spicy footy all around the grounds here in Queensland Premier Rugby this weekend. But it looks like Jed Chapman's been able to get up, but he's looking very, very shaky. So big Mikey Palmer's had to come back on. But they've got that penalty advantage, did the Doggies. And Whiteside just drills that one up towards about 30-odd metres out. So another opportunity here for the Dogs. And there's an ugly throw. And it's
Fezler
fielded
off the
there
back.
by
Oh,
Noah
Matty
Nielsen.
Fezler
Noah
go all
Nielsen.
the way through.
Oh, no, it's
Centre. He's going to make it
Fezler.
under the post. Matty Fezler. Well
Matty
done.
Fezler. I thought it was Noah Nielsen there for a moment, which would have been absolutely red hot to pick
Pretty
up
close
his
with
fourth,
Fezler.
but it is Matty Fezler picking up a 5-pointer, and that is exactly what we've seen here today. Unexpected footy.
Another against the flow of play, you'd say, J-Ball. There's been a fair few of those tries today, and this one again, West probably just looking to exit, has ended up straight in the breadbasket of Fezler, and some good strength there to make it through a couple of tackles.
Yeah, that's what can happen, though.
And a hell of a slide.
That's what, yeah, very top-heavy is Matty Fezler, but as you said, Felsman, a lot of the time when you are set up for that clearing kick, you're not in a position there for an off-kilter throw. So Fezler taking advantage of that, and it's Seifaloy now with an opportunity again to add the extras to bring it in within 2 converted tries. They've just got to stay in it. There's still plenty of footy to be played here out at Skyfleet Stadium.
At this rate, the scores could be level in the next 5 or 6 minutes, so keeps up the standards of this whole game.
Well, we've already got 80 points on the board and make that
ridiculous.
82 points. So Brothers now 35 points, plays the Doggies 47. And as we said, still plenty of footy to be played here this afternoon.
You can't really say that defence hasn't been the reason why they've been scoring all these points, because it's been an absolutely physical game.
Defence has been good, as I say. It's just, against the flow of play, tries, bounce of the ball here, intercepts there, crossfield kicks. It's been all over the place, but
it's got
very
everything.
entertaining.
It's taken some red-hot attacking footy for the sides to pick
Here
up
we go.
points today, and here we go. It's back and
That's
forth
100
again right
knock-ons.
now. As you said, Felsman, about 100 knock-ons in that passage of play there. But it looked like it spewed into the hands there of Shea Lalanavesi, and he can't help but think if he got a sniff, he very easily...
Hot potato.
Yeah, Connor Anderson saying that it was all me, sir, but I think there was plenty of action going on before that.
There's a bit of sun in the eyes there on that side that Brothers are on, Jay.
Yeah.
Local-
that is
local
That
club
is
there?
a tough sideline to catch
Because
catch balls off.
take advantage of that, Wes. Bit of home ground knowledge.
The Doggies now. Pressure on at scrum time, getting up on this tight head side. Penalty advantage, Carmichael. Feeds Whiteside, who finds Lalanavesi at the back, finds Hicks, who puts that one down there.
Oh, has he done?
Boys
Oh,
got lucky
wow.
there.
Someone's asleep.
And it looks like there's been something serious go down in the background there.
I think Billy Bully's come into jam there. And,
Was that on his
looks
knee
like
of
he's
Hicksy?
come off second best. No, it was the player that passed it to Callum Hicks.
Lalanavesi. We'll
Popped
just
it off
see
and
if we
looks
can
like he
see
might
it
have hit.
here. He's just turned in.
Oh, straight out.
Straight on the hip
Jeez.
there, Lalanavesi, unfortunately, for the youngster. So, fingers crossed he's okay. He's in a world of hurt, we can see there. The trainer's with him now. So, fingers crossed the young fella's all right. It looks like he's got his hands up and he's talking to them at least. So, fingers crossed, as I said, that he is all good. But that was another opportunity there for the Dogs to be able to sing that pill wide. You can't help but think if Hicks fielded that one and he had Nabo Sailungi on his outside, they would have been able to pick up another 5-pointer. So points is coming easy here today, but not through, as we were saying, by a lack of defence. It's through red-hot
Some
attacks.
slick play there. Just unlucky there.
Yeah, Billy didn't actually need to jam that. I don't want to talk bad about him while he's getting stretched off, but he didn't need to come in there. Huddy Crichton had it covered. But yeah, if ball went to hand to Callum Hicks there, that wasn't looking good for the brethren.
How long have you been coaching down there, Mitch?
Never.
Oh, I thought you were sort of helping them out there, down there with the outside backs.
No, I'm running the tee at the moment while I'm recovering from my knee injury.
How are you going with your rehab?
Yeah, it's good, mate.
So you did some running the other day?
Yeah, a bit of straight line running. I was
Yeah.
pretty happy with that. I don't know, maybe in a month or so, maybe 4 to 6, maybe just in time for Ballymore, something like that.
Oh, Mr. September. Oh, look at you. What
To
an
run the
absolute
tees there?
unit.
To run the tee.
Yeah,
there.
okay. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, to run the tees for the Friday night side.
Yeah, exactly.
But while we've got a bit of a break, the Reds host the Brumbies at Suncorp Stadium in round 10 of Super Rugby AU next Saturday, the 5th of September. Head to Reds.rugby, to secure your tickets. So, yeah, as we said in the background, the young fellow is looking like he might be getting stretched off here. His legs are moving, he's using his hands, but he's certainly looking pretty dusty, that's for sure. So is he a member, has he come through that elite development program
He
as
has.
well?
He has. I believe Billy Bully has come from Townsville. He came straight into grades last year.
Great name.
Billy Bully, absolutely.
Great name.
And just plays so far above his weight. He's electric on his feet. Really, really excited to see where he goes in the next few years. And as you said, J-Ball, he is part of that EDP program out at Brothers that have the extra session here and there and work on a bit of PSS and those core skills, which a number of guys have been in lately and making debuts left, right and centre for Reds and Premier Rugby.
So for anyone out there that doesn't know, the Row-Rig Elite Development Program is that Colts program set up, about 5-6 years ago to be able to accelerate and really build the growth from club level, schoolboy level through to the Colts program and the seniors out there at Brothers, and it's bearing a hell of a lot of fruit, isn't it? Set up by Benny McCormack, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, they've as we've seen results in these last couple of years. Results are just left, right, and centre. There's people in the Reds debut. We've had Harry Wilson, we've had Fraser McWright. All have been part of that program. And out here right now, Hudson Crichton, Nate Carroll, and Billy Bully, all prospects of that program.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Very good program they're running out there at Crosby.
How many Colts teams you guys got down there?
I think we just have the 3 this season. I think we had 4 last year, but we'll say COVID season probably scared off a few boys. So we just got 3 Colts sides at the moment.
Ooh.
As Noah Nielsen picks it up
Once
back
again against the break play.
Yeah, Nielsen. Brilliant work there from the Brothers open side, but unfortunately flicks that straight back to Luca. Crichton shoots in, and he is stinging after that one. But Freddie Keel does well to get moving forward. And here we go, Bronson Fotuali'i Tawakapulu working his way up towards the 5. Skelton just getting those extra inches. Timoteo. West building phases well here. Just working those pistons left and right.
Some tired forwards there.
Trying to drag those tired forwards in, Hamish. Timoteo shakes 1.
Here we go.
Shakes 2. But he's brought down in the end. Whiteside calls for it. Keel looking to get free. Finds Whiteside, who gets absolutely clobbered by Palmer. And Palmer's laying on him on the ground. Anderson. Ball spews out there, loose carry. But yes, referee James Palmer just saying, crept up a little bit high there, but Whiteside absolutely steaming on the inside. And Palmer just goes, how you going?
Hit with the...
Bushka.
It's a lot of weight to be copping to the head.
That is an enormous forearm across the grill.
Sorry, Hamish, just to... got a bit of intel on that last question. We have 5 Colts sides this year.
Yeah, I asked that because I think East have, 5 as well.
Yeah,
because they were... Last year, I remember they were playing in, I know Brothers were playing each other, but East were doing it as well, and it's just it's nice to see that both clubs doing so well. And
plenty of youngsters.
Investing in their Colts. It's
2
good.
of the bigger clubs in Brisbane. Huge junior numbers both
keep
sides.
that
So
rivalry
good to
going,
see them going through into that senior system there at both clubs. Glad we got you in the mix, Felsman. Bringing the good intel there, not having any idea. But back to the action here now. Timoteo, but huge scrum there. Big Mikey Palmer getting that scrum penalty.
He's making up for throwing his long limbs at him, so good work there.
Absolutely huge work there from the brethren. Mikey Palmer putting in an absolute hell of a shift, having to come on after being subbed off for Jed Chapman. And great work there. He's absolutely blowing as a big man, but
is that a props worst
steps
nightmare?
Coming back on?
Coming back on.
You think you're done for the day?
Shift's done?
Yeah, it's not enjoyable, I can assure you that.
He's handled it very well, the big man.
But Brothers now, good opportunity here to be able to work their way out of their own half. Possession at a premium here today at Skyfleet Stadium. James. Oh, shot there from Misioka Timoteo. Absolutely lighting them up. But Carroll, ugly bomb, fielded well there by Carroll. And a turnover. Looks like it was Freddie Keel might have gotten over that pill.
That is
Look at that. Absolute hospital pill. Was that Will Wilson that copped it?
That was Willie Wilson, but he copped it well, put the ball back. Nate Carroll, pretty good skills to catch that and flick it off, but once again, pinched over the ruck by West. Just a bit
isolated
slow.
a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit slow. That's support for Brothers. That primary support's just a little bit slow.
So as we've seen all day, back and forth footy all way. Now it's the Doggies just outside the Brothers 22.
I'm waiting to see what winger come in here.
Smith.
Backs.
They've set this maul well. looking to inch their way up towards the brothers' try line. And that's Perez climbing over the top.
He looks like he's off his feet, possibly.
He definitely is.
Just a little bit. But Skelton now has worked his way through.
He deserves another try, Skelton.
Another advantage for West here.
Whiteside has to go himself. Smith through the middle. Great run there from Cal Smith. Just short of that 5 metre line. Lalanavesi
There he is.
looks to dance, but he's hit hard there. Good strong tackle there from Carroll.
That's a knock-on, I would say. Back for a penalty for West.
But still the penalty advantage, you said,
Quick tap
Felsman. And
is
Whiteside opts to go quickly here.
Got to be offside.
The Doggies looking to pick up another 5-pointer. Timoteo.
Good chop, Will Wilson.
Great low chop there by Wilson. Hicks now.
Sam Hickey, sponsor.
Carmichael taking his time. The Doggies in midfield, just looking to work their numbers. Fotuali'i Tawakapulu. Carmichael now. Still up through the forwards, just trundling it up. Play by play.
The old keep him in the ruck.
Smart play if you can get away with it. Timoteo now. And there it is. Huge play there. Alex Perez. He's been absolutely massive.
Perez.
And Hine opts to go quick inside his own 22. Gets that ball out to Carroll, but swings it straight into touch. And I think he was absolutely lit up for his troubles. And it looks like he's busted his knee here, Sammy Hine, unfortunately.
High risk, high reward play. If that goes to hands of Nate Carroll, it's a bit of space down there, but unfortunately didn't. Hopefully Sammy Hines all good here.
I think with what you were talking about before with composure, we just need to see a bit more of a level head there. It was on a little bit, but you know, if you've got time on the clock, it's a lot of points still in 10 minutes.
Yeah, only a 12-point lead, so probably would have been the smart option just to hammer that one down, work that field position. And he's getting up, big Sammy Hine, but he's walking gingerly.
Just a stinger?
Looks like he might try to work that one off a little bit, but
yeah, he's
still stinging a bit.
Looks like the Brethren have got this back for a penalty. May have been a late hit.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
the
it was.
West crowd are not happy about it.
In particular, the three blokes up here on the sky deck in front of us. They are absolutely ripping in the crew from Keys HR.
I can't repeat that one.
I think that might be Mike Swenson, actually, former 06 Premier Grade winner.
Still claiming it every weekend here at Skyfleet.
100%.
He actually told me when I walked in. I hadn't met him before.
So, yeah, you can see there Sammy Hine getting taped up in backfield. Just looking to get a bit of structure to that knee. Maybe try to run it out a little bit. But just a shade under 10 minutes or so here to go at Skyfleet Stadium.
A bit of do or die here for the Brethren. They really need to get a good punch here, get on the front foot and try and put some points on the board.
And I can't help but think they're going to take everything to the Doggies, including the kitchen sink, and Tarabay just gets past Puliovea.
I think that little break in play is sort of thrown West off a little bit. A bit off.
Oh, Sammy Hine does not look good there. He's going to have to go off. He was hobbling there, but does well to get that peel back. And Nielsen, he's been absolutely awesome all day here for the Brethren. And they got that penalty advantage now.
Jabro, I think Brothers have run out of back reserves, to be honest. I think that's why Sammy Hines having to stay on and do a bit of hobbling.
Oh, Crichton caught well behind the ad line there, but still had that penalty advantage up over the halfway, or just before, sorry.
And there's a bit of niggle in back play.
Bit of niggle. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And then helps each other up. I don't understand.
It's called friendship.
It's called being a nice guy, Felsman. I'm sure you don't understand. But Saifaloy now gets that up just before the 22. So, Brothers, another fantastic opportunity. Only a 12-point lead, 2 converted tries in it.
Bit of composure here, Mitch.
And they've had to
hold on to the ball.
They've had to hook here. Sammy Hine, he's hobbling off. He's in bad shape.
We've got Camilo on. Camilo Guido has popped onto the wing here, possibly for his Premier Grade debut.
Love to see it. King Camilo, one of the greats Saifaloy. James. Short ball. Finds Wilson.
Just need to shift this. Shift this. There's plenty of numbers out the back to Nate Carroll and find Camillo.
And here we go. King Camillo with his first touch in Premier Grade. Slips underfoot but does well to get that pill back.
Look at
Brothers
this big
now
prop on the wing here.
playing with plenty of width.
You'd want to get it to that wing. There it is.
Here we go. Wahongi.
Back to Luan.
Wahongi.
That's Luan off the bench. He's come off the bench 2 weeks in a row now for the Breath and has made great impacts both times. Luan from Melbourne has moved up. Fresh face at Brothers. So fresh, I'm unaware of his surname, J-Boy. I apologise for that.
You're right, Felsman. But there we go. We saw Camillo, as we said, getting that good quick pill there. And it was just plenty of bodies in motion.
Great feed.
Great fend there. Wahongi gets on the outside and straight back in. So, Saifaloy now about 4 metres in from touch with an opportunity to bring it to within an unconverted try here at the Kennel.
I did not think we'd end up here after 72 minutes. 5 points of difference after almost 90 points.
Big kick here.
Crazy.
For Rowan Saifaloy. If anybody can do it, it is Rowan Saifaloy. He's got ice in his veins. We've seen him do it on numerous occasions.
That's what you said before, Hamish. Hey, just a bit of composure. They held that.
They didn't rush anything there, and they didn't do anything silly, and it sort of all opened up for them. So
probably their best passage of play today from the Brethren.
Probably their longest.
Composed.
Very structured as well. Looked nice.
Playing with plenty of width. But there we have it. The angle that Saifaloy is working with steps up.
Oh, come back.
And he's absolutely sprayed it, has he? No. He's bent it like Beckham. How good, Rowan Saifaloy. That is a hell of a kick there from the experienced fly half.
The ball went out of screen, and we look up and it went through the post.
And that was no Photoshop, nothing. That was perfect.
So a 5-point ball game with just a shade over 7 odd minutes, under 7 odd minutes to go here now. But there we have it, as we've seen all day. Back and forth footy. Carmichael wrapped up. Great work there. Saifaloy coming through. Brethren looking to flood that breakdown, and there they are. Getting that turnover.
Just
Rowan
relax.
Saifaloy taking the reins.
Plenty of time here, plenty of time. Boys need to relax, compose, just like they did in that previous play. Find some good possession. Sorry, find some good territory and play from there.
Big kick here for Rowe. Tell your dad
Plenty
to be
of
quiet,
banter
Joe.
coming up from the Sky Deck up here at Skyfleet Stadium. But Brothers, again, fantastic opportunity. Starting to play with a bit of width, just as the Brothers like to do.
J-Ball, who are the big men in both teams that need to step up in this last 5 minutes?
I think for the Doggies, Skelton really needs to start working hard and just continually keeping that pressure on in the breakdown and getting those carries as he does right there.
I think Pritchard going off is a big loss for them moving forward.
It's out on the full. That'll come back.
No.
That'll come back for a line out probably on about the 40
and that
for
is
the
an
breadth.
Absolute stinger. Just over that 10-metre line, about 35 odd metres out, Felsman.
No.
That is a big one for the Doggies to let up. But this is absolutely huge here now for the Brethren. They'll want to try to stick this line out. And on the other side, to answer the rest of that question, I think Dylan Wahongi needs to really inject himself. It's going to be a ding-dong battle. Really hard fought in this final 7 odd minutes.
Oh, great hands there to keep that. Perez has been playing out of his skin.
Perez has been brilliant here today. And Usher coming through with some serious pressure.
Oh, he's thrown the ball in his head. Here we go. Yeah.
Here we go. Handbags of Dorans, ladies. Mikey Palmer loves the stink, doesn't he? Bless him.
This is definitely a forward penalty here, trying to drag it out and get a bit more air in the lungs.
Well, that just works in the favour of the Doggies, just winding down that clock. Oh. It looks like there's been a sub for the Doggies as well, number 13. Lorenzo Skelton going off, Fletcher Spicer coming on.
Looks like our touch judge has got something to say here.
Have a chat to 6 gold about throwing the ball. Yeah. Have a chat to 3 taking pushing back.
Yeah, great. Okay.
But we go back here for the scrum.
Yeah, mate. Sweet. So 6.
Cronin. Assistant referee, sorry.
Does that count as a falcon? Ball directly thrown at the head while he's on the ground?
I'd count it, 100%. But yeah, Brett Cronin coming through. James Palmer, just the youngster. Got a hell of an experienced AR on this near touchline in Brett Cronin, helping him run the show today. He's been very good on debut here today, but Brett Cronin just saying, just have a yarn to him about it. Flaring things up with that little head doink. But Cal Smith, he's been absolutely fantastic today on his starting debut, hasn't he, Felsman?
Matty has. This whole second row and back three, loose forwards for West have really made an impact today. They're running their lines, they're tackling. They've been a really strong brickwork for this West defence today.
Plenty of pressure coming through, but just both sides collapsing. Every second that goes on the clock, you'd have to say, works to the advantage of the Doggies as they have this 5-point lead. And it is very loose underfoot out there today.
Moving it over.
Don't mind that.
And despite Michael Palmer's brief stint on the sideline, both sides still opting to run their starting front rows. So obviously Matho and Carl Marshall respectively obviously see value in having their best front rowers out on the park all day today, and we've seen it at scrum time. It's been absolutely heaving. Back and forth stuff. The Doggies with the feed there, looking to bear through, and they do well. Carmichael digs that one out.
Not much movement from the front row there for West.
Those brothers centres have been absolutely killing it today in defence.
Camilo Guido fields that one well.
Nathan Carroll.
Off the right, breaks one. Nearly breaks two. Great set of hands there, finds Will Wilson.
Here we go, no one here, no one ready at
Palmer
all.
with the cutout. Fezler finds Noah Nielsen.
For 4.
Perez chopped down just inside the 22. Brothers now with an opportunity to win this one if they can get a 5-pointer. Brighton, great pill there, finds Wahongi. Brothers just inside that 5-metre line.
Paddy James for the run to the line.
Paddy James. Anderson's on that. Connor Anderson is all over that.
Composure.
And Connor Anderson's got it. Big moments call for big plays and even bigger players, and Connor Anderson has absolutely shaped up. Huge play there from the experienced campaigner.
What a passage of play, but...
Look, I still don't think they're safe. Anything could happen in this game, and 2 minutes is a very long time. Look at this, there was easy hands there. I don't know what happened. There was a try. Just got to score 5 on 2. You're going out wide, and there's a loose forward in there as well.
It's just a little bit of sideways travel. If the boys squared up or someone dropped under, that could have been executed. And
great low chop there. Cal Smith, as I've said all day on his starting debut, great low chop. Was able to spin Stixie to that open side, allowing Connor Anderson to come over and get that pill. That could be the game breaker out here at Skyfleet Stadium, and I can assure you if the Doggies get up here over the Brethren, the kennel will be going absolutely Godzilla this evening. I believe it's Mexican night as well, so you can imagine just how festive it's going to be. They'll be going off like a frog in a sock, but Bronson Fotuli Taukapulu now with the throw, finds that man Smith and gets a little wraparound, gets the hands free.
I think you'll see West here will just try and keep it as tight as possible.
No way.
No, they're not.
Nope.
Jeez.
That's fortunate there. The charge down comes through. Keel finds Cooper Whiteside. Whiteside puts that one on the toe.
Here we
Fletcher
go.
Spicer herring after it. Camilo Guido with him. Ball picks up. Luan does well to get back there.
No one back here for West.
Now it's Brothers with a chance to attack out of their own 22. Ball bouncing around. Guido.
It's gone backwards.
There's still no one back here.
Tarabay finds James. Saifaloy. Fezler now. The hooker with a bit of space on that far side. Good shot there from Skelton. Brothers up over their own 10-metre line.
He needs support, Wilson here.
Isolated
Mikey
here.
Palmer.
One out.
Well
Palmer
done.
does well to get there, get that ball back. James now with the loopy pass.
Great hands, Nate Carroll.
Here we go.
Noah Nielsen down the sideline.
Nielsen gets cleaned up after the play.
Back to
but
Nate
it's
Carroll.
Timoteo back
Nate
inside.
Carroll could be away here. Go for the corner, son.
Nate Carroll! Nate Carroll!
this.
Levels it up here at Skyfleet Stadium.
Wow.
Mitch, you're right.
Did I call game of the year?
It's got it all.
You called it nice and early, Felsman, and it is game of the year, you'd have to say. 80 minutes done on the clock, 47 points apiece, and it's Rowan Seifaloy with a chance to win this one for the Brethren. About 8 metres in from touch, but it was just a brilliant passage of play here. Tarabay finding James, and it was that pass there.
Oh, great quick hands there.
From Carroll, started it.
I'd say a big name for the future, this Nate Carroll. His hands, his vision, he's quick. Reminds of a young Damon Murphy, but with normal coloured hair.
What are your thoughts on his fluoro boots, though?
Mate,
bit of extra speed?
when he does what he does, he can have whatever colour boots he wants. That's fine.
And Rowan Seifaloy actually took the tee.
He's just trying to make it harder for himself.
Sideline and had his trainer come in and say, no, about 8 metres in. But it looks like there's going to be a bit of cheese shown here to Misioka Timoteo for that there? High shot.
I think
off
because
the ball.
He killed him in back play.
So, yeah, late play there from Timoteo, but you can't help but think that this is going to be final play of the day out here at Skyfleet Stadium. And it's going to be that man, Rowan Seifaloy.
He's kicking in 100% here.
Choosing, for whatever reason, he keeps trying to inch his way out over that 5 metre line. But it's Seifaloy now. If anyone can do it, you'd have to say it's Rowan Seifaloy.
He's getting a lot of support here from the West Colts.
Yeah, this West crowd is definitely letting Rowan know. Especially the young ball boy, barefoot, with, I hope, a lemonade in hand, just absolutely feeding him.
I think he's wishing him good luck, I can see. Yep, Mum's getting up him.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, Courtney Bennett's coming out and just roping the youngins in. Brothers are actually setting up for a kickoff, so maybe there is some time left on the board.
Oh, he just stopped the clock, didn't he?
Rowan Seifaloy, as we said, an opportunity for the first time today to get the lead here for the Brethren. And a hell of a time to do it. 82nd minute. 6 metres in from touch. Taking his time, and he is copping it from all angles here at Skyfleet Stadium. The doggies faithful,
off this, doesn't he,
absolutely
Mitch?
Feeding him. Seifaloy steps up, hooks it to the right and brings it back. And he's nailed it. Seifaloy, for the first time today, the brothers are in the lead. And that is full time here at Skyfleet Stadium. Rowan Seifaloy absolutely nails the doggies after the siren. 49 points, plays 47. You called it, Felsman. Match of the year, and it has lived up to it. What an absolute belter out here at the kennel.
What's just happened?
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Will that put any downers on Mexican night? I don't think so.
Taco's back to full price.
Taco's back to full price, you'd have to say, unfortunately, for the boys. But that is absolutely massive.
Oh,
49 points, place 47. Not once today were the Brethren in the lead. It took them 83 minutes of hard graft, plenty of injuries, plenty of heartbreak, plenty of blood. And they've made their way into the winner's circle, coming away with a buttered confection. And there they are, the doggies, absolutely stinging, looking to get their first win of the season. And they are going away with their tails between their legs. But
you're right, Jay. Ice in his veins.
That boy right
Ridiculous.
there, Rowan Seifaloy, experienced campaigner. We've seen him do it so many times before, but that is a hell of a kick to come away with that W.
He's been around the block row. He's played NRC. He's played a bit of Mitre 10. He's been down in Shoot Shield for a number of years. But yeah, absolute composure, cool head. Not only did he kick that last kick, but he also nailed, the 6 before that and steered the ship for 80 minutes and did a fantastic job.
Oh, and he's absolutely up for it there. But Hamish, the doggies, that's probably the best performance they've put in all year. And they've had a couple of good games against Chiefs, against East, against North. Last week they didn't really show up, but they're putting good performances on the board, but unable to come away with it.
Yeah, look, I think today was probably the most complete game that they've had, even with having a lot of injuries. I think, 3 or 4 players have gone down. They still look composed through the whole game, and the defence was really good, which is obviously what you want to have. You can improve your attack from time to time, but once you've got defence, you're nailing that down, you can sort of hold on to that ball and starve them, which we saw Mitch Brothers was starving that ball for ages, and they just had the points put on them.
No, that's all they needed. They needed the ball in hand for a little bit. Once they had that, they could get the ball down that end and get it over the line a couple of times and just snuck over at the end. But as you said, J-Ball, West can take heaps out of that. That was a great game. They've still put 47 points on the board. So as much as a bit of a heartbreak it is for Carl Marshall and those shiny white shoes, that are blinding us.
Are they brand new?
They are brand new.
Got to be out of the box
and
straight away.
In the mud too, but no, absolutely massive effort there from the Doggies. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter when you lead, just as long as you lead after that final who to go. So the Brethren coming away with the W out here at Skyfleet Stadium, 49 points to 47 over the Doggies. Now we'll quickly go around the grounds. Out at the Canal, looks like it is full time. Bond University have gotten up 32 points to 22 over the East Tigers, a side, myself included, who I thought were going to come away unscathed this season, going down.
Wow, massive.
Excuse me, sorry, frog in my throat.
And then on the other side of the coin, out at Yoku Road, as we said, Sunnybank Dragons going down just 17 points to 15 over under the Gallopers. Sorry, I was saying it, they've shown so much ticker. A club that is rebuilding, a few old campaigners have come back, some youngsters coming through, but unfortunately, again, it seems for the second week in a row, unable to ice that game, Felsman.
It's tough. It's tough out there at the Clue Factory. It's a very vocal crowd, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that match ended up, to be honest. But another good crack by Sunnybank. It really looks like this competition. There really is no, week off. There's no top 4, bottom 4. It's really even platter.
No, it's a frenetic run. It is a literal sprint to the finish line, as every team, as we said, only plays each other once. And then out at UQ, 50 points to 14. The Students over South. The Students haven't been convincing over a few rounds there, Hamish, but that is the win that Hino and co would have really wanted.
Yeah, I think they needed that to sort of get their spirits back up. They had a close loss the other week to East, so I think that'll sort of pick them back up and sort of give a bit more confidence leading into next week.
It'll be interesting to see what rounds out in round 6 next weekend. But Hamish, Felsman, thanks very much for joining us in the commentators box today.
Pleasure, mate. Thank you very much.
Great game.
It was the match of the year, as you said, Felsman. An absolute belter out here at Skyfleet Stadium has seen the Doggies go down 2 brothers in the 83rd minute to a Rowan Seifaloy special, 49 points to 47. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Jay Bohr-Staunton. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week for round 6 of the All Sports Physiotherapy Hospital Challenge Cup. Good night.